This is the newest high-speed train in Denmark. Welcome aboard, potentially, the brand new DSB Talgo 230s. Entering service on November 3rd, 2025, just over a month before the Deutsche Bahn's Talgo 230s, the ICL went into service. These are supposedly the future of high-speed rail to and from Denmark. Starting now on their route between Hamburg and Copenhagen, and apparently reaching destinations as far away as Prague and Amsterdam in the coming years. But how good are the Talgo 230s? How does it compare to Deutsche Bahn's offering? And why did DSB buy them along with the Deutsche Bahn and Flextrain? Well, let's find out in this video. My god, I was really doing my best Simon Anderson there, huh? Hello and welcome to beautiful Schleswig in the north of Germany. That's the Schleswig in Schleswig-Holstein. I'm only an hour and something from Danish border. I'm supposed to be doing a video riding the new DSB Talgo 230 train. So I've been to Denmark good, but I usually ride Regios. This will be my first time riding on a DSB intercity train. Except I just got a notification that my departure is delayed by an hour and a half. So let's see how this goes. Welcome to Schleswig. This station is kind of weird. It's on the intercity routes, but it doesn't feel like it should be. Then actual station building is really run down. It's kind of depressing. And if you do want to talk to station staff, they have this little booth where you can video call someone. Behold what is actually basically the station building here instead of that poor rundown one there. Basically, you can video call someone to talk to someone. Oh, it's heated in here too. And they have a thing where you can buy tickets. It's also, that's where you pay. There's an actual thing for printing documents for if there's a delay. And more importantly, they only opened the door a little bit ago. Despite what this says, the hours are a little inconsistent. Yeah, again, depressing. I got here bright and early for a route on EC 1174, a route that will take me from Schleswig to Hamburg with no intermediate stops after it arrives en route from Copenhagen. So I'm curious if this is the infamous reliability issues of the Talgo 230s, especially the DSB ones I've been hearing about. But according to the schedule, it's not delayed till it gets out of Denmark. So it could be something with the EU law breaking border checks. Seriously, what the hell is with this? We're in the Schengen area. Stop with that crap, Germany. You too, Denmark. So 2 hours delayed. I checked to see if I could catch it from Padborg, and while there is another EC train coming through Schleswig, it is completely sold out. And so I wouldn't be able to reach it in time. And that kind of blows. A lot of trains to and from Copenhagen run on this route. That's kind of a big thing. And for some reason, one of the big stops is in Schleswig. Afterwards, it goes over the Rendsburger Hochbrücke, one of the largest, coolest bridges in Germany, before meandering its way into Hamburg, assuming it doesn't get caught in traffic between Neumünster and Pinneberg. It kind of happens a lot, honestly. Okay, so I'm consulting with my friend Val, because the weird thing is the delay shows in the DB app, but not in DSB's planner. She's helping me figure out if I should stay put in Schleswig. So I'm taking you on this. Thank you, DB. I was really excited for this. I mean, it's similar to the ICL, but a little different. First off, the cab cars haven't been approved to service, so there's none of that. Instead, you can apparently get really cool phone reviews. Here's a shot I took on a Czech EC train with a similar setup a few years back. I love this type of stuff. Second off, no cafe card, or Bohr Bistro as we call it here in Germany. Instead, just vending machines, which is kind of, But also the seats look really comfy. I would love to try them out for myself. However, it seems that I was not actually going to initially, because the train got delayed, and then delayed some more. There were a lot of delays here in beautiful Schleswig, Germany, and it was rather beautiful. It's a shame I didn't get to visit on this trip to Schleswig, but one of the reasons I chose to board from here, besides it being cheap and close to Hamburg, is that there's an Edeka grocery store here called Edeka Fick, which in German literally means Edeka fuck, and I just think, the fuck grocery store is kind of funny. Now, I want to be clear, I'd ridden in earlier this day and first class on a regional train. I gotta say, the DB Schleswig-Holstein bi-level electric multiple units have a really good first class, just so comfy, so comfy. And I was hoping my experience on the Talgo would be similar. After all, I was really impressed by the seats on the ICEL. This is my baseline for the Talgo 230 seats. Hi, past Jamie here. These are the first class seats on the DB Schleswig-Holstein first class regional seats that I sat in up here. They're actually really comfortable and really plush. Well worth the $15 upgrade. But why did the Danish go for a Talgo? Well, I gotta be honest, it's money.
Here comes the money.
Did someone say
Talgo?
Oh, bam, baby, isn't that baby?
This route has been running an Asian fleet of IC3 DMUs, which is beautiful, kind of American-looking tube trains with these rubber fronts, so that if you couple them together, you can move the cabs aside. It makes one long unit. Really cool train, one of my favorite in Europe. I believe they run an electric version in Sweden. Super cool. In addition, some trains on this Hamburg to Copenhagen route have been running IC1 coaches, which were meant to be replaced either by the Talgo on this route or the ICL on other routes. But perhaps as an omen, when I was at Hamburg Hauptbahnhof that very morning, I saw a few being queued up to run to, say, Westerland on the island of Sylt. Oh, IC1 carriages. Gone but not forgotten. Filmed before, the day before New Year's Eve 2025. This has not been the first time the Danish have tried to replace the IC3, the oldest of which are over 40 years old now. About 15 years ago, they purchased new high-speed train sets called, fittingly, the IC4, and it was so unreliable it was taken out of service within a few years and sold to the Romanians. See, the Danish seem to have a problem with going for the cheapest option, but not necessarily the best option. But to be fair, Denmark in the modern day has not really been impressing me much. The fuck is chat control? What is this? Imagine my surprise when waiting for my now very delayed Talgo EC train. I knew it was a Talgo from the app. Instead, we got an IC1 hauled by Danish locomotives. There's a Danish Talgo coming. It's one towards Copenhagen, and it's sold out, so I can't board it. But it's coming. See, they do exist. Oh boy, what lucky people are going to be taking the L today. Wait a second. That's not a Talgo. No wonder this one's on time going towards Copenhagen. That's not a Talgo, it's just using refurbished IC1 coaches. I really thought all of these would be phased out with the timetable change in December in Germany. I guess that was wrong. What the ass? Also, classy. No, seriously. So much for phasing out the IC1 coaches, huh? Does this mean we get the IC3 still? Because I really like the Danish IC3s. So I waited and I waited more. I probably looked really insane on this platform just vlogging, because at this point when the delay was hitting the 200-minute mark, it would have been faster to have just taken an ICE or a regional train. Granted, if I was going to give up, it would be a regional train, because if I took an ICE, I'd forfeit my refund. Hi here, Jamie here as another train towards Husum pulls in. They just made an announcement. I wish I'd caught it, but basically, they canceled the train and then uncanceled it. So I don't know what's happening. So it says it's going to be here in about 40 some odd minutes. If it doesn't arrive at that time, I'm just taking the next train back to Hamburg. And this is the review, the biggest L of all. What even is this train? My God, DSB. Eventually another train pulled up in Schleswig, and this was an IC3? Woo! I'm in the foam zone. I love foaming. God damn, that's so cool. Wait. What happened to the fucking Talgos? What? No, none of these are Talgos. What's going on, Denmark? Well, as it turns out, the Talgos are very unreliable. More unreliable even than the ones that Germany got, which granted, I really liked the comfort in the ICL, but even when I did my test trip with the DB last year, we had issues with toilets breaking and panels falling, so I kind of get it. In the DSB's case though, they seem to be even more problematic. This route is filled with cancellations, which means that trains sell out a ton. Also, I'm not sure if with the current state of things, if fully replacing the existing units is the right call instead of just supplementing them. This route is so packed. The Hamburg to Copenhagen route is so popular that what I think they need is more trains instead of replaced trains, even if it means keeping some old rolling stock running for a bit longer. That's just me. It seems like they really need to iron out the kinks with DSB Talgo trains. Okay, so Hamburg is like here. That's the big place. And where we are is here. See Schleswig. And that orange line is the RE7, and where it spurs off towards Paderborn and Fredericia. Please correct me, Danish speakers. That's the line we're supposed to be catching a train on, and there seems to be an issue somewhere right there in Paderborn, according to the thing. Though it's probably just slightly south at the border because, you know, border problems or whatever. Maybe they stopped in Flensburg. Or maybe the train just had an issue. Either way, there's between Paderborn and here, there's no stops, and if it clears it fast, then it should only take 26 minutes. So I waited a bit longer and a bit longer. It's getting kind of hungry. It's getting kind of sad. The delay kept creeping up and up until finally they announced the train was arriving. I've been in Schleswig for so long now. I'm so happy the train's about to arrive. Even with my gloves, it is so fucking cold I can barely feel my fingers. I'm persisting. I'm persisting. Yo, whatever. Well, I just got another delay notification, and now it also just updated, and it's not even showing as delayed anymore. What a nightmare trip. Okay, we're right at what's supposed to now be departure time. There's no train, so we're going to do a cut, and if it's the Talgo coming in, that means it's here. It's a regional, it means I've given up, and yeah, I think either of those is equally likely at this point. The train did not, in fact, arrive. I thought it was an unceremonious cancellation, but by this point, I was sick and tired and frustrated, and I had an invite from a friend to go to the Model Railway Club in Schwarzenbeck. So I took an RE back to Hamburg and requested a refund. So since I couldn't give you a DSB Talgo seat review, I guess here's what first class on the much more reliable Bombardier double-deckers are. You have this in first class, of course. If you have a Deutschland ticket, it's only 15 bucks extra, which is only beaten by the 3 bucks extra if you do one within the Hamburg region, which yes includes cities such as Stade. Anyways, folding armrest, ooh, folding table with my laptop on it, really padded seat, trash can, outlet, which I'm currently using. You can see the cord. Little things in the table, cups, and like, I'm not sure if you can see this, but like so much legroom. There's so much legroom I can't even reach seats in front of me. These are great. These are awesome. At least I got to ride this twice. Now, as I was at the club out tonight, you know, running all sorts of weird American stuff among the German stuff, I kept getting notifications about this train that I was supposed to catch and how it kept getting delayed and delayed until I believe by the end it was nearly 6 hours late. A friend of mine works at Hamburg Hauptbahnhof, and she messaged me that the train I was supposed to be on did eventually arrive, being operated with a set of IC1 carriages from Germany. No! Oh, what is wrong with the Talgos? To be fair, when I was delayed in Schleswig, they eventually announced that it was due to a technical delay in Ausland, abroad. So that means that something had happened abroad with the train, and I think it just might have broken down. That's not unheard of. I mentioned Simon Anderson earlier in this video, and when he did his ride on this route with the new Talgo trains, his train was nearly 40 minutes late just leaving the station in Copenhagen. That's a terminus. They had issues getting it out of the yard. Yeah, I guess that's my video. Enjoy this actual footage of the new Talgo trains from Copenhagen from my good friend Dr. Duat. My goodness, what an absolute mess. What have we learned here? Well, first off, maybe when buying new trains, just because someone gives you the cheapest option, that's not the option you should take. Second off, the Danish should really work more on rail electrification. And third off, this corridor desperately needs more capacity. I'm not mad at the DSB, I'm just kind of disappointed, you know? It's like when your parents catch you smoking pot. Ty, what you doing, buddy? So I got a question about a shot I used in a recent video of the Gizmondo, which was a video game handheld, well, I guess connected to the Swedish Mafia, the Uppsala Mafia specifically. And someone asked, didn't the AVGN make a video on this? And well, I'm not sure if James Rolfe did. I know LGR did, but I actually did as well. So if I can get a little self-promoting for a bit, if you want to see a really cool documentary involving weird handhelds that literally melt over time and the Swedish Mafia, I have a documentary out as part of the Art of Failure series over on Stuff We Play, so go check it out. I guess this is the closest thing to a sponsor plug in this video. I don't know. I have a Ko-fi now. Money me. Money now. Me and money needing a lot now.